is now being stirred up a bit by my apprentice, Miss Exotica Stormtrooper. As indeed I am.
It's a solar eclipse in the UK right now at 1934 hours. What on earth is causing this phenomenon? Well, folks, that was a bit of a strange blinded by the light moment from Manfred Mann. Don't you know, he's even turned my bandana into a crazy paisley color scheme. But The End of Oak Street, have you heard of that movie? It's a dinosaur film set in modern suburbia. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but when I tell you more, when I show you the trailer, and then the reviews are out, honestly, Anne Hathaway as the gun-toting female lead because her cut on-screen husband, Ewan McGregor, is lagging behind, so he lets her do all the work. I kid you not, that is the biggest, strongest impression that I got from the trailer. We're going to get into this quick review for that film, again produced by J.J. Abrams. I don't know why I said again, because I didn't mention him in the first place, but you know where I'm coming from. So if you end up liking this video today, folks, don't forget to give it a like. Make sure you comment in the section below, because the more you comment, the more it pushes up and up into the algorithm and into your anus.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
The End of Oak Street from Deadline. The review with Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor try to save marriage by battling dinosaurs in a rip-roaring ride of a summer movie. Well, if you say so. Honestly, this image of Anne Hathaway trying to convince us she's some sort of 1980s action heroine is absolutely laughable. You know, I was watching Chuck Russell's The Blob from 1988 last night in glorious 4K, and the lead heroine in that, Shawnee Smith, was such a convincing kick-ass female, but when you compare her to this trash called Anne Hathaway, and maybe calling Anne Hathaway trash is a bit of a low common denominator for me, but what I should have said was, yeah, Anne Hathaway trying to convince us she's a pint-sized woman who's got strength and valor and all that nonsense. It's not gelling with me, bro. Anne Hathaway has count them, 5 movies in release of this year. The End of Oak Street is the one that clearly isn't going to take her back to the Academy Awards. I can't imagine why. However, considering the sheer hell her suburban wife and mother goes through battling packs of dinosaurs while trying to save her marriage and family is worthy of something. Hathaway and co-star, yeah, definitely much the man who lets her do all the work, Ewan McGregor, really go for it in this unrelenting monster mash. It was a monster mash. It was a smash. It was a graveyard smash. David Robert Mitchell has dreamed up this thoroughly strange film with dialogue that is laughably cheesy at times because Hollywood is unoriginal, is trying to recreate a bygone era, folks, which again I'm going to dictate as the 80s and the glorious 90s. And in the midst of all this havoc and destruction, and as dinosaurs from every prehistoric era seem to be running amok and chomping down people PG-13 style on these weird, strange human beings, they find they have moved into their hood. Serious issues come to the surface between Denise and Greg, who choose this time to get into a big argument about their marriage. He's lost his job and now delivers pizza. Well, what's wrong with that? You get free food for life, man. But was afraid to tell her. She's been writing a book about their lives and her unhappiness, but kept it a secret. So, of course, it's all about her, right? They raise their voices. The kids are disturbed. And I want to yell at the screen, what the hell? There are mother effing Tyrannosauruses in your backyard. Snap out of it. But at the end, he says he actually had an absolute blast watching the movie, which I guess at 1 hour and 39 minutes, well, why not? And on Metacritic, what's the actual score? Well, it's the usual suspects that you'll know already. So the actual score is 67, so it's generally favorable, and the people here like Slash Film have given it 100. I don't know why. It's a PG-13 dinosaur movie. Time Out have given it an 80. Collider's the same. Variety much lower. The End of Oak Street is preposterous, but it's also unrespectable fun. It allows the summer movie season to end with a gasp instead of a whimper. Ooh, Mitchell's solution for surviving America's current reversion is to look out for each other and stick together. What MAGA would no doubt refer to as communism, because everybody else calls it community, because community is a derivative of communism.
Anybody else see that weird light last night?
We can't leave.
Why not? And of course, as the female hero of this movie, she has to come up with that absolute solution, right? It couldn't be the Ewan McGregor's character. Okay, so we've got some hijinks there. People getting eaten alive, which is pretty funny as always. Now, Anne Hathaway apparently has boarded up this doorway or window. Now, funny enough, I was watching the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead. They're coming for you, Barbara. And in that scene, there where Dwayne Martin, I think the guy is, the black lead, is boarding up the windows, and his female, the distressed blonde woman that he rescues, is unable to help him to do that. And apparently we're meant to believe here that strong Anne Hathaway with the butt clenched muscles is capable of doing what a man can do. Anne Hathaway holding a pea shooter, trying to convince us that she's the roughest, toughest female in town, is just an absolute joke. I don't mind Anne Hathaway, but when she's cringe, she's absolutely cringe. And what am I talking about, you might be asking? Well, never fear, boys and girls, because I'm here to the rescue. So when the Odyssey was doing the big business in town, this video of Anne Hathaway's resurfaced. I don't know anything about it until I actually played it, and oh my god, it's the worst thing you will ever hear. And by the way, it's very performative. She's an actress. You can see the slogan below her, human rights, written out 4 times. And what do you think she's going to say in this segment right here, folks? You might have a guess or two. And this was done in 2018, right? So back then, nobody was giving a shit about it. But as you can see from Emology 101, Anne Hathaway rips into cisgender males and whiteness. What a big surprise.
What I love most about this community is the way you own the alphabet.
Oh, what is she going to say?
LGBTQQIAAP. No letter left behind.
Do you know when she was saying those letters, she was also reaching a bit of a female climax? Do you see what I was doing there? It's just very odd. I don't think she supports these people at all. I mean, she's just saying it there just to score bonus points with them. Again, let's keep men out of women's sports, and I think we can have a bit of a more saner world, right?
Royce White planning to join the WNBA draft as well.
I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I mean, I'm 260 pounds, 265 pounds, 6'8".
It's important to acknowledge that whatever my actions have been, however hard I have worked, however the world may have marginalized me and my experiences, that my
as a woman
standing here,
yes,
my ability to be visible to you comes from the world unfairly rewarding my particular type of visibility.
Whiteness?
It is important to acknowledge that, with the exception of being a cisgender male, everything about how I was born has put me at the current center of a damaging and widely accepted myth.
Which is?
That myth is that gayness orbits around straightness, transgender orbits around cisgender,
what?
And that all races orbit around whiteness. It is a myth that is with us from birth, and it is a myth that keeps money and power in the hands of the few instead of being invested in the lives of the free.
Yeah, I mean that's quite the face to leave it on. Oh, as from heel versus babyface, derogatory, derivative shit has she just talked about there. She cares about nothing about those. She's a white woman of absolute privilege, so of course she thinks she's the cornerstone to stand there and tell us that all of these things that are causing so-called less privileged people to go out there and grab your stuff is the reason why she's there telling you that it's all got to stop. It's all a bit of a myth. It's just horseshit at the end of the day, isn't it, Anne Hathaway? And that's why I decided to make this video today, folks, because honestly, when I just saw the end of Oak Street, and again, people are kind of mildly singing his praises.
I don't want to undercut Anne Hathaway because she's great. She's accomplished. We know she's good. But for this particular movie, I wonder, is she actually standing out because Anne Hathaway, or is she standing out because of a lack of competition? She's the only actual character in the entire film.
I just don't really care at all. Do you know what I mean? So anyway there, folks, I've managed to save my eyesight from getting blinded by the sun and the moon caressing its bum cheeks. And on that one, I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video.
LGBTQIAAP. No letter left behind.
Oh dear, better watch that facial hair, Miss Anne Hathaway.
See you later.